afternoon. You are tuned into Ability Matters, program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities, and everything in between. Ability Matters is one of the longest-running disability-related programs in the whole wide world. Starting its headway on air in 2007, you can now listen to podcasts of previous Ability Matters programs on YouTube and Spotify. Just search for Ability Matters. Ability Matters is brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered...
Okay, everybody. This is Tony Scott, host of Ability Matters. And with me, as per normal, is my co-host, Bec from Flagstaff. How are you, Bec?
How you going, Tony? How you doing this morning?
Going all right. Well, as you can see, I'm not 100% here and there, but it's okay.
That's okay.
I'll get by, no worries.
We'll get there.
And we have a special guest in the studio with us right now, don't we?
We do. We have Sam with us, and she's formerly from the Haven Hub Co. But we're going to talk more about the exciting new changes to her business coming up after this.
Yes, well, I just want to give a quick run over the weather for Wollongong today for Tuesday, the 4th of November. 4th of November, not the 11th, yeah. Bit of a mouth couple there. Okay, Wollongong for Tuesday. Partly cloudy, slight chance of a shower, even though I was getting a bit of a spit coming through when I come into the office early this morning, radio station, sorry. And it's becoming less likely throughout the afternoon. Winds northwesterly, 25 to 40 kilometres an hour, turning westerly, purely westerly, to 35 to 45 kilometres an hour in the early this afternoon. Then decreasing to 25 to 35 kilometres throughout the early evening as well. We have a chance of rainfall, 80%, even though it looked that way when I come into this morning, very overcast. However, the amount of rain is less than 1 millimetre. It sounds very little, I know, but I'm sure it'll be much more. It'll just be pelting down with different water, that sort of thing, rainfall. Fire danger, however, is very high, and UV index is also very high. So there we go. Currently, we are at 17.8 degrees Celsius outside. And first of all, thanks for reminding me there, Bec. I want to thank Lillian for her lovely show.
My Generation.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the I was just had a mind track thing. I was just thinking of the last show, the previous performer there.
Yeah, you just got to think of that. People talking about My Generation.
Yeah, the show. It was a TV show too, wasn't it? Yes.
It was a show, but it was also a song as well.
By The Who, I think, yes. Anyhow, let's get back over to the situation at hand.
Okay, thanks, Tony. It's great to be here with you today, Sam. Thanks for coming along. Me. Not a problem. So, as I briefly mentioned before, you've recently had a name change of your business. Can you tell us more about that? Because it sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, so Haven Hub Co. was just a small business primarily, and it had given me a lot of ideas and dreams and goals that I really wanted to achieve within it. But it's hard to achieve a lot of social justice and like empowerment and, activities that are benefiting the community when you're just a small business. So we decided to change to a registered not-for-profit to benefit the organisation but also the people that we are assisting. So our aim is to amplify women's dignity, purpose and help create change. So the name of the new one is Beacon of Hope Project, and that is because Beacon is kind of like light, and we do candle classes that are peer-led, holistic and trauma-informed. And then Beacon of Hope is kind of a hope that hope is real. We really want to show through peer-led initiatives that you can recover, that hope is real, there are resources out there, and that things are going to get better. Just from my story alone, I am living proof of that. So I want to replicate that and share that to others so that other people can build lives of purpose and dignity and fulfillment.
That is absolutely amazing. And I have to say bravo to you for making that brave jump to be a not-for-profit organisation. I know there's a lot more involved in that than most people think. Committees, boards, things like that. So a lot of extra work for you.
Yeah, so that's why when I first started Haven Hub Co, I did initially want to be a not-for-profit, but I was not in the position to I didn't have the capacity to do so. Like, I really wasn't. So it was about just making some impact in the community, and that's why Haven Hub Co started. But now, because of all the opportunities I've been given, because of the healing I've done and the people I've connected with, we've been able to create a not-for-profit and be able to expand and make more impact in the community and the lives of women and girls.
That sounds awesome. I'm so happy to have you on today to talk about these things because I think that we all need a bit more share the love, I think.
A bit more exposure.
Well, that's it too. So the more people get to see these things, the more that they'll accept them as normal things that everybody does. It's not a difference. It's maybe a slight difference, but that's okay.
I remember back when I was doing things with my old group, Headway, and we'd come up with a whole concept called the new normal. I'm not sure if that applies here.
Yeah, you hear that in a lot of circles, the new norm.
Yeah. 100%. And it's normalising, struggles, and it's normalising that we all go through things. It's just how we then decide to cope and how we, use positive coping skills. But it's about giving women and people in the community those resources. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I wanted to ask you too, your first market was through Haven Hub Co.
Yeah.
Now you're going to do another one with the Beacon of Hope, and initially it was at Berkeley Neighbourhood Community Centre, depends what you want to call it. But we've had a slight change, so where is the new venue of your upcoming markets and when is it on?
So the new venue is at Illawarra Yacht Club on Northcliffe Drive. The next one is on the 29th of November. We have changed locations, and now we're able to also facilitate more stall holders. We'll have a cafe that's open, and you can go upstairs and get a meal before or after shopping. And yeah, so it's on the 29th at Illawarra Yacht Club.
Ooh, sounds exciting. I know I'm going to be there.
Yes, Bec had a stall at the last one.
Put that down. I'm doing it myself right now. 29th at
of
Illawarra.
November.
So this month, yes.
Yeah.
At Illawarra Yacht Club.
You can keep talking. I'm just writing here.
Okay. I actually wanted to ask you a personal question, but we may as well air it out there for everyone to hear. Are we inside or are we outside?
So, majority of the stalls are indoor, but there are going to be a couple of outdoor stalls, which is exciting. And because of the location, the goal is to eventually expand to more outdoor stalls. And then because obviously it's an accessible market and we're trying to break down those barriers, the idea is that there is grass area that I would like to expand onto, but then that would defeat the purpose of being accessible stool, because taking wheelchairs, mobility aids, etc. onto that it's not practical, and that's why we're changing from different markets. So our idea is to eventually invest in paths, to portable paths, so that then people can also hopefully
yes.
The goal is to expand really, really big. That's my dream.
That's sensational. And need a hand with that.
And now I just thought of something else there. We've got the date and the location. About a time.
So it goes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I was about to flick it to you with some music, Tony.
Lovely. Well, I've got a couple of cool songs up here. Well, I'll start off with performer Chris Rea with Let's Dance from 1987 album Dancing with Strangers. Then after that, we're going to be Peter Frampton. But for now, Chris Rea. Enjoy. Yes, and we just heard from Peter Frampton with Show Me the Way from 1976 album of the same name, Frampton. There we go.
Interesting.
We're just talking a bit off air about certain little issues there?
I don't know if we can mention those too much.
Not at the moment, fair enough, but yes.
I know exactly what you're, referencing,
yes,
but we won't.
I didn't mean to
divulge those.
Yeah, okay.
They're off-air conversations.
Just as long as the listeners understand that we were discussing things that were relevant to the issues at hand, so yes.
Let's put it in nice. Those in need find it challenging at the best of times to get support that they need from
the people
political figures and governments and things like that too.
Well said, Bec.
Very well said.
I don't know where that came from. Well done.
I've got it like a thesaurus in my head. I've got to find the right word.
Yeah.
But it's good that you brought that up because there are some challenges and they need to get addressed sooner rather than later.
I understand it's beyond our control. The little people, because there's always the powers that be, that can do things to benefit anyone else. Yes.
Well, what I was going to tell you about that is there is always alternative pathways and different methods. So where one door closes, another one may open. So,
and I think when one door closes, then you also see the true side of someone, and you can then, find people who align with you better to get the outcome you want.
And make informed decisions.
Yeah, 100%.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so that was our little political rant. That's not really a rant, but
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't call it a rant, more an off-air discussion. Yes.
Yes. But anyway, we'll get back to the interview.
Back to it. Go for it.
Okay, so thanks.
This is Bec interviewing Sam, by the way, from
Beacon of Hope Project.
Beacon of Hope. That's right. Thanks for
formerly Haven Hub Co.
Right.
Because we have had her in before, so in case people are wondering. But thank you for telling us all about why you changed your name and the new venue that's coming up for the markets at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move on to another interesting little tidbit that you do have at those markets. Is there going to be a special guest on the day of the market?
Yes, Santa will be there. And Santa...
The Santa?
The Santa.
Wow.
He will be there for the whole event. He will have a little lunch break because Santa even needs a lunch break.
And Santa needs to eat too.
Yeah. But he will be taking free photos.
Oh, wow.
With whoever wants a free photo with Santa. We're still kind of considering how we'll manage the photos in a sense, but definitely they're free, and we want people to be able to access to have that photo and that memory if they want. Yeah,
that's excellent. That's outstanding. I think
Powerful.
You can't get a free photo with Santa anymore. So to offer that, and I'm sure Santa's been very generous in offering that for you to have that as well.
Santa is very generous, and we appreciate Santa very much because for a Christmas market, it just makes it extra special to have his presence there.
And it's wonderful because it is a community event, so he's got the community spirit, and
yeah,
I love it. There's freebies for the community. I think that's a great thing. We need more of those.
Yeah.
Benefits, yes.
So I spoke to someone that recently told me that you presented to a very important group of people not long ago. And I was just wondering if you could tell us who they are and a little bit about that, how that went.
So, because I live in NDIS accommodation, I have official visitors occasionally come and visit my accommodation. And a lady came to my accommodation a couple of months ago, and I was telling her about some of the advocacy and work I've been doing. And she said that she thought it would be great for me to speak to the official community visitors of New South Wales. And she spoke to her superior, and they arranged that. So a couple weeks ago, I'd say, I got the opportunity to speak with official community visitors, which was really, it was a massive privilege. And we've received really good feedback from them, like that it's helped them be able to manage particular participants, be able to give trauma-informed care and help implement choice and control, because, you know, even though someone's living in NDIS accommodation, it's their home. So they're not in an institution, they're in a home. You need to treat them like it's their home. And so I'm really glad that I got to give that speech, and I hope that it was as meaningful as they said, because, you know, our lives do matter when we live in these accommodations, and we do deserve to have like quality and choice and stuff. So yeah, it was a very big privilege, and I was very, very appreciative to do so.
Wow, sounds
Wonderful.
like you had a phenomenal impact on those people, which I think is very helpful and will help a lot of different people. And I just wanted to briefly touch on what the community, official community visitors are and what they do. So they actually work with about 10 different agencies within the government sector there. So they make sure that everything's fine and dandy with those that are either living with a disability or in aged care as well as those younger children that might need a bit of assistance. And what they do is they actually promote the rights of residents. So we want to make sure that you guys, in any situation, are feeling like you're being heard and actually being...
When you turn 50, you need to take a few extra steps to look after your health. One of those steps is screening for bowel cancer. If you're aged between 50 and 74, the government will send you a free bowel cancer screening test every 2 years. Because if detected early, bowel cancer can be successfully treated in more than 90% of cases. So do the test when it comes in the post. Find out more at dothetest.com.au.
VOX FM community announcement.
Yes, find out more at dothetest.com.au. And yes, getting back to my show now, I just played for you Harry Connick Jr., A Wink and a Smile, which is on the Slips in Seattle operating soundtrack from the film from 1993. There we go. And before that, I played Eagles Lying Eyes. We had a bit of a technical issue here from 1975, but yes. Sorry, the song was from 1975. The technical issue was saying right now. There we go.
No worries.
Okay, let's go back to it with Sam and Bec. Go for it, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony. So we just spoke about some really important work that you've been doing, Sam, and I'm glad that you shared that with us. More people might need to get on to the official community visitors and ask them to come and see them and do some advocacy of their own as well.
I think if you're living in like any type of community housing, like NDIS, aged care, or in residential care, like as youth or whatever, and you are having issues with your provider or your service, definitely reach out to them, because, you know, sometimes people from those services are unfortunately not helpful. But this lady that came to my house, she was absolutely amazing, even though I have no issues currently. And she, I feel, would be a really good advocate in situations. So even though the system is somewhat broken and people get let down, please still do reach out to these services, because there are people that are in it for the right reasons, and they will, just don't give up, because you will find it. And honestly, if you really need advocacy and support, please reach out to further services, because you deserve to be living where you are happy. And yeah.
Thank you, Sam. You advocated for that very well.
Advocacy, there's a big word.
You're doing a great job.
I just think everyone should be happy where they live and should get to live a quality of life that is what they want. And yeah, I really am passionate about that, because once you have those that in-house support that is supportive, then your whole outside life gets good. So
totally,
we just need to be ensuring that people who are vulnerable living in these homes are getting protected, because unfortunately there are a lot of providers out there taking advantage of vulnerable people, which is really awful.
You're so true on that one. There is a lot of things out there that you're just like, how does that still happen in this day and age? Everything else, technology is like, woo, through the roof.
Taking advantage of the vulnerable
but other
people.
things, not so much. We've lost that personal touch.
Good way to put it, personal touch. I like it.
Yeah.
Because everything these days is online.
I know, it's
There's no one-on-one anymore.
It's a bit, how you going, like, and I'm scared with everyone that wants to support me online is AI. And I'm like, well, that's not a person. As far as you can go with that, like, they're pretty well got a pretty broad range of things that they look after and speak to you about, but they don't know everything.
Because a lot of businesses now have AI dealing with their customer service relations and stuff like
support,
that. So,
yeah.
There is so many benefits to AI, but then there's also many downsides as well.
Drawbacks, yes.
All of it's all about time efficiency from what I hear. Okay, so we'll get back to the interview. So I'm just wondering if you could update us on the packs that you put together and how's that all going?
Yeah, so Haven Hub Co created the You Matter packs, which we have taken over at Beacon of Hope project, because they're definitely something we're really passionate about. With Haven Hub Co, I believe since April to September, we were able to distribute 18 within the community, and that was even though we say it was from the profits of Haven Hub Co, there wasn't really that much income coming in from Haven Hub Co, so it was a lot of my own, or there was some community donations, which was amazing, and I can't express how thankful I am to people who donated. But now that Beacon of Hope has taken over, we want to expand to a bigger scale. We have been trying to do some strategic planning to see how we can make sure people who really need it can get it and it's accessible. Also, I'm looking at collaborating with a lady who does safety keychains, because even though people who may not be in a dangerous situation, we live in a dangerous world at the moment, so you may just be hearing the things on the news and that causes you anxiety, and then you can't live your life with dignity and purpose. So having these legal keychains means that you can feel somewhat safe. So either if you're in a violent situation, you've been violated, or you just are scared of the community, it will bring you dignity and purpose. So we're kind of trying to work a way around funding those at the moment and creating a program for that to also advance our You Matter packs to make it a bit more comprehensive, and
That sounds like a wonderful addition.
Thank you.
Incredibly.
Awesome. Did you want to tell us about an event you had coming up towards Christmas?
So we do, the whole point of Beacon of Hope project is to hold women's empowerment events, because we believe connecting women in empowerment events provides connection, healing, and friendship in a safe peer-led environment. So our next one is called DIY and Dream, and it is consistent of a Christmas movie. Then we will be doing vision boarding. There will be a self-care station where you can collect a number of items to create your own self-care pack. And then also there will be a garland of creating like a hope garland kind of, which will be exciting. There will be also food provided, and it's $30. So it's to really just cover the minimal costs. Like, we'll take over most of it. But yeah, it's we're hoping to have about 25 women if all spots are filled. But it's exciting to be our first event. And then additionally on Christmas Day, we will be holding a community barbecue at the skate park in Berkeley, because Christmas is a very hard day for people. People are alone, people don't have family, or they do have family, but it's still a hard day. So it will be a free barbecue to anyone in the community who just wants to be in a place of connection.
See how nice. Again, with the community spirit. You're doing a really good job. That's wonderful.
When was that one at Berkeley Skate Park?
Yeah.
When?
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day,
So
wow.
from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it will be serving barbecue food till it runs out. So
first in, first serve?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Watch out, you're going to get a lot of skate park people coming to that.
Honestly, as long as it's a good environment, everyone's welcoming to each other, and there's a good community spirit, we don't care who comes. It's just about building connection for everyone.
That's wonderful.
Just to clear up for listeners who may not know where Berkeley Skate Park is, it's just the little skate park just down from the church, St. Mary's Church.
No. Well, yeah, it is. But a better reference would be across the road from Berkeley Sports and Social Club,
back,
also known as the Roosters Club. And did you not know the Roosters own that club now?
The Roosters Club?
Yeah, the Roosters Football Club.
I thought you said something different, and like I'm rooting. Okay.
No.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
break down. Sorry.
So
that was
across from the rugby league field.
Yes.
At the Roosters Club.
That was from 11 a.m. Was it?
11 to 1. Yeah.
11 to 1 p.m.
Cool.
And essentially, it was first in, first serve. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. And
beautiful.
It's what people need these days, I think, especially with the way prices and everything are going.
Very
free
powerful,
community stuff. I think that's great.
Selling word, free.
Yeah. I think because like for Christmas, it's a hard day for many, and it's a day that a lot of people either spend alone or, they do sometimes spend it with others, but it's, even if it's just two people, it can be kind of sad and, lonely, and, it's about making a space where people feel welcome and feel like they can come, and that like they can have some type of cheer and spirit on that day despite, whatever their circumstances are.
It is the right time of year for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how about we just jump into some aptly titled song now. Actually, the song's called Cool Change by Little River Band. Aptly titled, a bit of a cool change now. Little River Band from the 1979 album, First Under the Wire. Then we got some Joe Jackson after that, but for now, Little River Band. Enjoy.
Your station, VOX FM 106.9.
Yes, 106.9, VOX FM, the Illawarra's greatest community radio station. That was just then Joe Jackson stepping out from 1982 album Night and Day. And now let's get back to the last
little bit of our interview. So, Sam, I'm just wondering how...
It's a shame everything has to end, but...
Yes, but it's been great having you here and hearing about all the awesome things that you're doing. It's phenomenal.
Strong empowerment to advocacy as well.
Thank you.
Bit of a mouthful.
So I'm just wondering how people can get in contact with you to register for a stall or find out more information.
Yeah, so there's a few ways definitely to do so. Our email would be the primary way, which is info.beaconofhopeproject@gmail.com. But then you can also reach out to us on social media if that's more accessible to you, which our social media is Beacon of Hope Project, and then our market page on Facebook is BOHP Markets. Any of those platforms, if you reach out, even if it's like you reached out on the market platform about another thing we do, it's fine. I can refer you to that part and all that, so it doesn't matter. It's not too big of an issue. But yeah, and then we would basically send you ways we get, like for a stool, we would we'd send you a link which you fill out a form. Otherwise, we can also send you a PDF copy, and then ultimately, if you really need it, we could print one off and bring it to you. But yeah, so it's basically just get in contact with us through email or through social media links, and then we can just talk about where you need to kind of be referred through to.
And just a quick general question now. For anyone who hadn't just written down everything you just wrote then, if you did a simple Google search for Beacon of Hope project, would any of that pop up? Do you know?
It should. I believe it should. Yeah, I think it's like if you'll know it's Beacon of Hope project because it is very pink. That is the colour of the organisation. It may have been executive decision by me when creating the organisation, because
That's
pink is
okay.
my colour, and I thought we need to represent. So yes, pink is there at the organisation's colour. So anything that was to be Beacon of Hope, and if it's
I'm
pink,
writing
it's
my
us.
notes here, very pink.
Yes, very pink. You come to our market, someone I had talked to hadn't met yet, and then I met her at a market that we participated in, another person's market, and we hadn't met yet, just through Zoom, but she was walking past and she comes over and I go, I thought I recognised you, it's all pink.
That's a good way to stand out in the crowd.
Branding.
Yeah. No worries. Well, thank you so much for coming to have a chat with us this lunch hour, Sam.
Thank you for having me.
No, and I'm hoping that heaps of people turn up to your market. They've heard all about it. And Tony, was that the 29th of November?
29th, yeah.
Yes, 29th.
And that's
November at the Illawarra
and that's
Club.
a Saturday?
It's a Saturday, yeah.
Saturday the 29th of November. So
At the
10
Illawarra Yacht
a.m.
Club, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much. Love to have you on again in the future and hear about all the new wonderful things that you've been doing and how they've actually turned out, all the events that you've had and anything new you might be doing.
Amazing.
And just a few little technical info bits now. That email address has to be Beacon of Hope, all one word, correct?
Yeah, a Beacon of Hope project.
Beacon of Hope project.
Beacon of Hope project,
all one word,
yeah.
at
gmail.com.
Yes. Yeah. And yes, I just did a quick Google search of Beacon of Hope project, all one word, and it come up with the right answers. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes Google gets it right.
Gotta love Google.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.